Us and a cast of our friends disrupted the very way that professional wrestling functioned.
This is the biggest show in modern professional wrestling history. We're here in Chicago, Illinois, all in.
We broke all of the rules. We kind of did our own thing. The goal was to put 10,000 people in a building, and by God, we did it. We call ourselves the Elite.
Are you guys ready for the announcement? 1, 2, we're running May 25th in Las Vegas, Nevada at the MGM Grand Garden Arena!
There's not a better place to literally go double or nothing.
It starts now, and it starts forever.
The biggest night in AEW history. The first show to really prove what AEW is.
I was at the first Double or Nothing. I was there as a fan. I was sitting front row ringside. I remember thinking that, you know what, this is really going to be special, this promotion, and it's really going to change the landscape of wrestling.
I just want more wrestling for everybody. I think that the more wrestling people watch, it better.
If it wasn't for the Elite, none of us would be here. I would not be here.
They knew they were onto something new, something that was needed.
They took a risk of a lifetime in order to pull something like AEW together.
What I saw that night helped me fall in love with wrestling once again. It was a night that is going to go down as one of the most special nights ever in pro wrestling.
Being great is not about what other people say. It's about what's in here. Living is being in this ring. Being called the best is what fueled me. I love what AEW represents. I love what AEW gives to the fans. We're building this for every single man, woman who goes every day to work, week in, week out, and spends their money on one ticket.
To see the best professional wrestling matches this world has ever seen, bruv.
The fans are coming unglued. This is the most fun that I have had in my entire 32-year professional wrestling career. How deep are you willing to dig? How far are you willing to go? This is for all of you.
Nothing happens for a reason, darling. Things just happen.
That's what AEW is about.
AEW's Double or Nothing, back where it all started.
Thank you so much for 5 years.
We're the ones who created this damn thing.
Let me take you back to 2019. Professional wrestling needed a change. Wrestling fans were clamoring for something different. And there were two guys who led a movement.
But the history books will say it was multiple people, but let's be honest, it was the two of us.
We only shoot from the hip, we tell the truth, because we're the ones who actually have been here since the beginning. We have the most thankless jobs in professional wrestling. We make the tough decisions. Sometimes you have to do things you don't want to do to protect what is yours. I think a big part of our quest in changing the world is to get rid of the roadblocks and the people that stand in the way. Even if it's someone you love.
Firing Kenny Omega, that was heartbreaking.
Can you imagine having to fire your own best friend? Can you imagine? Put yourself in our shoes.
Pile driving the CEO.
Well, that was kind of an easy one for me. There are certain people who are brainwashed and they believe that we're trying to hurt the company. We're trying to save the company. I'm Team AEW. We're as Team AEW as it gets.
Right.
You got the founders of AEW. You've got an OG,
The scapegoat.
Jack Perry.
Kazuchika, the Rainmaker, Okada. It made this elite the best version of all time.
We will not let anything happen to this place. This is our baby. Team AEW, you're in trouble.
From the red carpets of Hollywood to the runways of Paris, she is an iconic global star.
If people don't know, now they know. I'm the standard, the conversation, the blueprint. I am here to lead a woman's global revolution.
Could you have a bigger moment here in the Tokyo Dome?
I also know a thing or two about making history.
Something big is brewing in Boston tonight for AEW Dynamite. Big business.
I was the biggest free agent in all of professional wrestling. I've been watching AEW. I was just so overwhelmed and happy that we can make this happen here.
Please say hello to your new CEO.
Every single day I trained, I traveled to all different places from all over the world to get back to the place that I love.
I missed all of this.
This is the place to be, and now I'm here.
Mercedes Moné is all elite.
Just to begin conversations with Tony, I felt heard. He saw me for everything that I am. He knew exactly who he was getting when he hired the CEO.
I have unfinished business with Willow. And anybody who messes with my business will get bankrupt because there's a price to pay when you mess with money.
I've always loved wrestling since maybe like 8 years old. Even then, that was kind of like my dream. For me, wrestling wasn't the kind of thing when I started that I was like, oh, I'm just gonna try this out. It was just like, this is what I do now.
Spring 2020, I was right here, front row, trying to catch my break. And then in 2022, I was in this ring. Tony Schiavone met me here.
Ladies and gentlemen, stand up for Willow. She is now officially all elite.
Last year in May, when I first wrestled Mercedes, I was confident in who I was, but I wasn't confident that I could be a key player in women's wrestling. Like a few months later, I was in the Owen Hart tournament. Every match you go through, you have to remind yourself, I can do this. When the time came for me to wrestle Julia Hart, it wasn't a question anymore. If an unconventional, chubby, curly-haired freak like me, if I belonged and I could make it in wrestling, your cheers reassured me. 5 years ago, at the very first Double or Nothing, Willow Nightingale was still just somebody on the independents trying to make it. And here we are 5 years later. I'm part of a triple main event as the TBS champion. I proved to myself and to everyone else that I was worthy. So at Double or Nothing, I have to lay it all out there and make sure Mercedes knows that I am worthy of being the TBS champion.
We know that Mercedes Moné has her eyes glued to the screen.
Mercedes.
Here comes the CEO.
This has to be like the 4th time you've interrupted me. You have something to say? Now's the time to say it.
Are you asking me if I blame you for almost ending my career? Are you asking me if I am blaming you for taking the one thing that I love the most, wrestling, away from me for a whole year? You don't want the truth, Willow. You just want to feel better about what you did to me.
That championship reign has quite the asterisk next to it. But this right here, there is no asterisk next to this!
While you were still training, I was out here creating and changing the game forever. At Double or Nothing, we're looking at the new face and the new TBS champion.
I'm the face of TBS. And this title is what matters to me.
You know in your heart,
the last time we wrestled,
that you can't beat me.
I walked away a champion, and you didn't walk out at all.
Yeah, some spicy words there from the TBS. Oh, Mercedes!
I am not gonna let you just walk into AEW and take this championship.
Anarchy in the arena. We don't know what to expect, but we know it will be wild.
I remember right before going out, Justin Roberts said his line.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's about to hit the fan. This is Anarchy in the arena.
This is gonna be different. And holy smokes, was it ever?
This is madness. This is Anarchy, Tony.
Anarchy in the arena match means anything goes. They can fight all over the arena.
Fans following him around with their phones. Does he got the belt around his neck? Good God.
You gotta prepare for a bloody fight.
Most violent match in the history of all elite wrestling.
This is absolute carnage. It's what we expected as advertised.
So many different things can happen, and I think that's what makes this match so dangerous. You could suffer not only an injury, but you could suffer an injury that would hamper or end your career.
Yeah, we've caught a lot of them. I've seen nothing like this in my life. It's everywhere in every moment. Every heartbeat tells another story.
In a lot of ways, it changed my life, professionally and personally. Takes it to another level, like nothing I've ever been a part of. When we came back, we said we were here to put AEW back on track. We're trying to make this place better, damn it.
We end you forever, Sting.
Shake my hand, reinstate me, and let's change the world together. Oh my God! This is despicable. You took 8 months of my career, and you just got what was coming to you.
And that was our final play. The Elite has arrived.
A few months back, I was diagnosed with diverticulitis. I turned on AEW for the first time the other day. Matthew and Nicholas, you've been running roughshod over this company and embarrassing yourselves. I may be fired from the Elite, but what you forget, there's also one other EVP. Part of the power belongs to the best bout machine.
I'm the best bout machine now.
Any sort of blunt force trauma to the stomach could kill you.
Kenny is not cleared for any physicality.
This is just business. Kenny, I'm sorry.
As an EVP, I have business to take care of too. Anarchy in the arena, no rules. The Young Bucks, Kazuchika Okada, Jack Perry, against Team AEW.
I think I found a couple of guys to stay in with us and fight the EVPs of this company.
The Mad King, Eddie Kingston. Danielson's part of Team AEW.
I have to fight. I have to fight for AEW because I love this place.
Surprise, surprise, Eddie.
What the hell? The EVP to the New Japan ring.
You threw your hat in with the wrong team, and you're about to lose everything. Anarchy in the arena is 4-on-3.
Darby Allin, the fourth for Team AEW and Anarchy in the arena.
The Elite ruined this place. Ruined the place that saved my life. And to save it, I'm gonna risk my life.
It's got a flamethrower! Because it's insane! If you thought this was crazy, just wait until Double or Nothing!
Because Anarchy in the arena is no joke. This company was built on taking risks. I gotta be in this match.
We're willing to do whatever it takes to save AEW, to make sure that we save wrestling.
And we'll give our bodies, we'll give our souls for that.
AEW is ours. We're gonna smoke you.
Anarchy in the arena. You guys better come for a fight.
We're about to go to war. It's time to change the world.
Now we're going to sign a young man in the formative years of his career. I've seen him in action. I know what he's all about. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pride that I bring into you the realist, Swerve Strickland!
I can go on and on about the championships I'm eventually going to take. All I really got to say is, whose house?
First thing to say, my champion is black.
Swerve is your new champion!
And he is really now the top guy in the world.
I'm excited. Are you excited? Welcome the champ, AEW champion Swerve Strickland in the house.
We got the best wrestling, not just in Jacksonville, in the world. I have so many things to fight for, so many people to fight for, and that's what drives me every day. Where AEW is and where we're going, I want the fans to see how hard we're working. We're doing something special here. I'm just proud to be the face of the franchise because this is a dynasty we're building.
I seen people doubting who I was and my potential from day one. I proved one wrong, after another, after another. Fuel for my fire, baby. Another coal in my engine.
The real best in the world is whoever is holding this championship right here.
Here I am, All Elite Wrestling World Champion, history maker, pay-per-view headliner, and people still want to raise the ceiling on me.
How about we arrange the very best, perfect opponent for you at Double or Nothing?
But they don't know I'm standing on top of the damn building.
Swerve. I thought it was apropos to return to the scene of the crime. The crime you committed against my son.
I never actually seen the Buddy Wayne Academy in person.
My son, Nick, learned to walk in this ring before he could even run the ropes. Because you see, Swerve, you didn't just jump my son, Nick, in any random wrestling gym. You jumped him on holy ground.
We're the ghosts of your past. We're here to haunt you.
An eye for an eye.
I'll be the first one to tell you I've done some horrible things in AEW.
My methods may have been a little misunderstood, a little bit swayed, but I get it done in the ring.
Who's gonna be my opponent at Double or Nothing?
Nobody can ever say that Swerve didn't deserve this.
Come, present yourself, but make sure you wipe your feet before you step in the...
I hear an awful lot about Swerve's house. And how you always protect Swerve's house.
You embarrassed my son!
And I told you, Swerve, that I never forget. At Wembley Stadium, the biggest show in the history of this industry, you embarrassed me.
And now, I'm forced to embarrass you.
I said I was gonna make you a footnote in the history of AEW. That's not good enough for me anymore. You have to be held accountable for the crimes that you committed against my family.
2 years of my existence here in All Elite Wrestling, people still want to consider me a footnote.
The top guy in the world.
Get on television, promote All Elite Wrestling. On the radio, All Elite Wrestling. Podcasts, All Elite Wrestling. The world knows me.
He is the face of AEW.
The world's starting to forget you, Christian.
I told you in our first encounter, Swerve, I was gonna take something from you every single week until I ultimately took what it is that I want.
I'm gonna rip the AEW Championship out of your hands.
For every ounce of Nick's blood that dropped in this very ring, you're gonna have to answer for.
At Double or Nothing, I take your world.
Am I supposed to be upset? Have you not learned your lessons yet, Nicky boy? I'm proud that you have the capability, you have it in you to do this to a world champion.
For years, I've been building this house, and at Double or Nothing, I proved to you that this is indeed whose house?
Swerve's house.
The reason I don't get to sleep in my house, because I'm too busy building this one.
I am gonna erase you from the annals of AEW forever. I will stand before all of you as the AEW World Champion.
There's been a lot said about this town. A lot more that can never be spoken. Fortunes change with the roll of the dice.
Want to change the world?
Las Vegas, Nevada!
Realities shift on the flip of a card.
You want my darkest side?
And to win big in this place, you need to be willing to risk big.
On another level.
There is one thing here that is always certain. This place lives for the fight. And the triple main event, that is Vegas.
Money changes everything.
There's a difference between being great and the greatest of all time.
The last time we wrestled, I walked away a champion, and you didn't walk out at all.
There's a price to pay when you mess with Mercedes Moné.
I am not gonna let you just walk into AEW and take this championship.
The Elite has arrived. Oh, God! We're in charge now. This is just business.
As an EVP, I have business to take care of too. Anarchy in the arena, no rules. The Young Bucks, Kazuchika Okada, Jack Perry against Team AEW.
Darby Allin, the force for Team AEW and Anarchy in the arena. Unbelievable! Anarchy in the arena? You want that anarchy in the arena? You're gonna get! Whose damn house?
walk into Swerve's house and I'm gonna rip the AEW Championship out of your hands. I'm gonna make sure you're a footnote in the history of AEW.
Footnote. World champion. History maker.
Headliner. I will walk out of Double or Nothing champion. I took your blood, Swerve. At Double or Nothing, I take your world championship.
Will your dreams come true under these bright lights? Or be buried in the desert? Because after all these years, you know that in Las Vegas, it's double or nothing.
It's time to change the world.